Hey everyone, so this is our fourth attempt to make this video this evening.
Wow. Facebook Live, like, you are on my bad list. You're on naughty list for 2018.
You shot us down.
All right, so before we get started with everything else, we want to announce our winners for the 2017 Transformation of the Year. In under 48 hours, we had over 100 votes. Like, it is awesome.
So cool. Thank you for everyone who participated in voting. Thank you.
Yes. So the person who wins is going to win 1 free month of boot camp, and then each person that submitted a vote, they were also entered in to win 1 month of free boot camp. So the first place Transformation of the Year for 2017 for Live Fit Boot Camps is Kristen Mitchell.
Yay.
With over 56% of the vote.
Congratulations, lady.
Yes,
awesome.
Congratulations. We also want to recognize second place was Marianne Lowry. Yes, and then third place was
Michael Drankwalter.
Yes.
So you guys are awesome. You rock. Great transformations.
Yeah, so what we want to talk to you guys about coming up into the 2018 year is we asked, what do you want to learn more about in the upcoming year and what will benefit you for your transformation most? So 25% of you said that you wanted more. At-home workouts.
I couldn't read his handwriting. I'm so sorry.
19% of you said you want to focus more on meal planning, and 15% of you said
recipes and snacks.
Yes.
Reddit.
So out of the people that voted here, guys, we want to make sure that we pull our winner for this. So
and
1
again,
month of free boot camp.
Thank you for taking part in our survey.
Yes, thank you guys. Like I said, over 100 entries in less than 48 hours. So cool. The winner is, you're going to try and look for that name.
Alexis Rummy. Email StellaLove242.
Stella Love 242. Alexis Rummy. I was making sure she didn't read the at what so that Alexis wasn't on blast.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, we're here to talk about your 2018 resolutions and goals. And we make them every single year, but yet we don't accomplish them.
Yes. Do we stick to them? Generally not.
Yeah. So the actual stats are something like, I think 15% of people actually follow through with the resolution. So let's be resolution busters and let's come up with a resolution solution for you.
Make 2018 it, guys. I know I'm ready to make a change. Truly.
Hell yeah. Can I say fuck yeah? Like, let's get rid of
2017 was a little rough. We fell off the bandwagon. So we're back and swinging for 2018.
It's really what happened. So the whole idea is, guys, we take this big goal and we're like, oh, I want to be a bikini competitor. I'm going to lose 100 pounds this year. I'm going to lose whatever. If you look at what Michael Drankwalter did, if you look at what Marianne did, if you look at what Kristen did, they just got started.
Yes.
They had one goal for this upcoming year. And what was that?
To feel better.
I'm like pointing at it, setting it up on the tee.
It's late.
All right.
We've had late, but
3 videos that have like bombed on us, guys.
All
right. So the whole thing is like, guys, the whole goal is just to feel better. Like, and it starts with that. Like, their goal was to just get exercise, just to get moving. One of the person was just to quit smoking for this upcoming year. Like, so it's small goals that add up to these bigger things.
Or small changes.
Yeah, and a lot of times, like, people look at these bikini competitors. Like, we had 12 people compete in either bodybuilding, bikini, physique competitions this year. But like, what are they struggling with right now?
Consistency and balance, guys. Like, that obviously is an awesome thing to look at and want to attain, but it's not balanced. It's such an extreme. So, you know, I competed a couple years ago and I'm still dealing with it, trying to find that balance of going from one extreme to not another, but of just finding
life again.
Yeah, finding life again. It's
Whereas,
been hard.
Yeah, the people like Michael and Marianne and them, they made just like one change.
Yes.
They showed up to workouts for a month straight. Then they started eating better. And then they started making the next change. So it was like one thing led to the next and you build momentum and it snowballs. But like, you can't say I'm going to lose 100 pounds because it's not going to happen tomorrow. And if you don't have those tools to get you there, you can't just lose 100 pounds. So you got to build up those steps first. The steps make the goal. So the biggest thing to focus on this year is
consistency.
Yes.
I was on point this time.
Home run.
I paid attention.
So consistency is about the small steps really adding up, and really more than anything.
It truly is.
Yeah, you just gotta have those that first step. So what was an example we had from the clerk's office?
Crazy example, guys, and this is truly what the definition of small steps. Sorry, I'm trying to spit it out. There was a lovely lady that we met with the clerk program, and she literally started to lose weight with her Fitness Pal app, which I hope you guys all have downloaded because it is really easy and simple to use. And she started tracking her donuts, what the most healthy option was with her donuts at Dunkin' Donuts. And that's how she just started, was just picking out the healthiest donut. And it snowballed. And I believe after 2.5 years, she lost 130 plus pounds.
Yeah.
And it all just started by eating a healthier donut.
I think the coolest part about that, and same with the next example, is like she was already going to Dunkin' Donuts anyway, so she didn't break the habit of going to Dunkin' Donuts. She just made a better choice, and that's really like what it adds up to. The next example, most of us know Gus Kalithakis and our friend Gus.
Yes.
He is the Isagenix man, but one of the examples he always uses is he had a client who always used to go to Dunkin' Donuts every morning and order 8 creamer and 8 sugar in his coffee, 8 and 8.
Crazy.
So Gus challenged him to go to 7 and 7, but before end of I think it was a couple months, a year, he was down to black coffee. He's lost over 100 pounds. Like that is the definition, just like that, of like one small step led to the next.
And consistency with it.
Yeah.
And again, it's not going to happen overnight. You didn't get to the point with your body of feeling uncomfortable overnight. So why would you expect changes overnight? So
it took me about 35 days to start feeling really uncomfortable.
Man,
everything was
this
going
month
real
of
good.
December was wow.
I killed it. Our clients, like they give us booze and they give us sweets. Like I don't get what it is.
So we indulged a little bit.
Yeah, but it was a fun month.
A lot of it.
So the next thing I want to share with you guys, and this is what I tease going into this, is the 4-step transformation process that our competitors actually use. But same thing with these transformation clients that you just saw. And I think what happens is like we tend to reverse like the steps that I'm going to give you today. So if this is 1 through 4, we're gonna reverse it. We're gonna go that way instead of this way. So the whole idea is,
you're so stupid.
You're stupid. When you go to a gym right now, what are people doing, Shelly?
They're on the cardio machines, probably on the treadmill,
wasting their life away.
Probably hating every moment of it, as most people do.
And that's why people hate the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, to me, like, it's very boring. You don't get to see, like, an immediate result of anything. It's just, like, repetitive, mundane shit.
It's like being on a hamster wheel.
Yeah, so most people, I think, start with that, and then they go to, like, doing just a bunch of crunches and thinking that they're going to have abs. And then the next thing, they cut out their food and...
And then they're like 3 weeks into it and wondering why they haven't had any results yet.
How come he's going
to? And then they give up usually, and then you kind of repeat the cycle again.
It goes one of two ways. I find that the guys, they get to lose weight very easily in the beginning, so they try and maintain that same thing and they don't make any changes. And then the ladies, they're like, oh, my husband lost and I didn't, so she quits, and they both end up falling off the wagon by February. So the whole thing, guys, we're going to reverse this process.
Yes.
And the other cool thing about not having Facebook Live is now you can see it in the right order. So the 4-step transformation process, so it should really be focus on your nutrition first, exercise second, target body parts next, and then your cardio very last, if you're not seeing results at all.
That's when you implement it. And again, we're not bashing cardio. Again, movement is better than no movement. And if honestly, if that's where you start, that's fine. But don't also expect like these awesome results
until you go back up to the top.
Yeah.
So it starts with nutrition. That's your foundation, because no matter what, whether it's raining, shining, you have a broken leg or whatever, you still have to eat tomorrow. You don't have to exercise tomorrow. And the stuff that we're showing you today, guys, is going to help you so that you can lose weight, make a transformation without ever coming to a boot camp, going to a gym.
Ever seeing this guy in person.
Paying me money to do what I do great at. So the next thing that we're going to go is basically how to break down those different steps. So nutrition, we're going to go over in just a second. Now, exercise can be any type of exercise. 3 to 4 days a week should be your goal. Now, if you
and you should try to break a sweat too, correct?
Easily,
at least if you're going to go work out or exercise, break a sweat. It's okay.
It's the point.
Yes,
yeah, I mean, it's
it really is.
But don't spend an hour, hour and a half. Your workout should be like 30 minutes, maybe 40, 45 minutes tops. But if you are not getting everything you need to get done in that amount of time, you are not going intense enough. Like your workout should be so intense at the beginning, you can only go maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Like that's okay.
Turn purple or pink like I do.
Yeah, like a sweaty mess, but it's a beautiful sweaty mess. So your workouts, you should aim for 4 days a week. That way if something happens, you still have 3 days. If you start aiming with 3 days and only go 2 days, that's barely a hobby. That's not even anything that's going to get you results. So focus on at least 4. Go Monday through Thursday every single week. Monday through Thursday. If you feel good Friday, you go again. If you have time on a Saturday and you're really pushing it, go again. Take Sundays off. But it's starting with those first Monday through Thursday and building from there. So the next one, step 3 then of your 4-step transformation plan, was focusing on your target body parts. So once you start to clean up your eating a little bit, once you start
to exercise,
then finish your workout with
a finisher of a targeted body part. Of that, if you want to do abs, that's when you do your abs.
Exactly.
If it's your legs that kind of bother you, then take the end of your workout to focus on that problem area.
Yeah. So, and I always try and say like 100 reps is a great goal number. So if you want to work your badonkadonk, do 100 hip bridges. If you want to work your abs, do 100 crunches. Like, and something and break it up.
I like to work my calves.
Yeah, so you could break it up 10 sets of 10, you could do 20 sets of 5, but something lightweight that you're going to use that almost as like your cardio and your target body part together.
Yeah.
Very last is the cardio. If you're still not seeing results, then jump
implement
on.
the cardio.
And you like?
I like the stepper. Truly, if you're going to pick any sort of cardio equipment or piece of equipment, we always try to stick to either the bike or the stepper. I especially love the stepper. You can do different variations. You can go high speed, low speed, squeeze. I have a good time on it.
Yeah, you're working muscles still.
Yes.
You know, it's the one thing where walking on a treadmill, you're not necessarily working muscles. So use those muscles.
Yes.
All right, so now we're going to get into the nutrition part. This is the key thing that you need to focus on because this is step 1 starting tomorrow. The exercise, the target body part, the cardio, that can come in a couple weeks. But starting tomorrow, we're going to finish this with 3 steps that you can do that you can start implementing right away. So what I want to focus on first is nutrition as a whole. Think about it as a fire. We had a nice little fire in our backyard for New Year's.
We sure did. It was awesome.
It was beautiful and peaceful. So if you think about this, like your wood that you buy from the store, that's going to be your protein. It burns hot, it burns for a long time, and there's not a lot of smoke. Your sticks, your paper, your lighter fluid, all that stuff, that's going to be like your carbs. It's quick acting, it starts the fire hot, but it also fizzles out very quick. Your wet log, you spray that fire down at the end of the night, you wake up the next morning, it's still smoldering. Excuse me, that is going to be your fats. So your fats take a long time to break down, a long time to digest, but they eventually do also burn off. So that's what you want to think about as far as your nutrition. So in the morning, you want to start your fire hot. You want to start with a little protein and a little bit of carbs. So what would be a good breakfast idea?
A protein shake with a little bit of oatmeal.
I like that. We can do Greek yogurt and berries, and there's 2 great easy breakfast options right off the bat. We didn't even plan that ahead. So that could be your first thing.
Put me on the spot.
Mid-morning now, the way I want you to think about this, if you're going to be active, then you need to put that fire starter, the carbohydrates, into the fire. If you're going to be sedentary, then you're going to put fats, or that's going to be that slow burning log. So that could be nuts if you're looking for fats, if you're looking for that, or like fruit.
Or even just a spoon of peanut butter.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So your fats, your nuts, and peanut butter and stuff like that, if you're going to be sedentary, your fruits and carbohydrates if you're going to be active, and that brings you over to lunch. Lunch, same thing, guys. You want to put a little bit of protein, you want to put a little bit of carbs. If there's a little bit of fat, you throw that all into the fire and keep a long, slow burning fire throughout the entire afternoon. When it comes to dinner, though, we don't need that fire burning all night long.
Yes.
So that's the one thing you want to make sure is we don't need to spike this fire really hot. So what we want to do is have that slowly drag on through the night. So that's going to be your proteins and your fats. So focus on proteins, vegetables, fiber and beans and things like that. And then really more than anything, finish the night with that spoonful of peanut butter with the almonds or nuts or cashews, or we'll share something in just a second.
Yes.
So that's the whole thing. So if we're going here, that's going to be our next step there. But if we're going to the what to start with first, what should they do?
Path of least resistance, guys. Like find something that you're not going to, struggle with. I mean, honestly, baby steps. Truly, the easiest thing that you could probably think that you could change in your life
is what you should start tomorrow.
Truly.
Because if you couldn't do the big thing already, you would have done the big thing. So start with the simplest step.
Build or lead to the big steps.
So we're going to go 3 different steps of what you can do starting tomorrow.
I feel like we said steps a lot. Sorry.
This is it. 1, 2, 3. All right. So your 3 steps. What is the first one they can do starting tomorrow?
Is double up your dinner. It's truly an easy way to meal prep for the next day. Again, it may not be the best choice of a meal, but it sure as hell probably healthier than what you're going to eat the next day for lunch. So truly, buy a little extra when you're grocery shopping or making a little extra for dinner so you have lunch the next day. So double up your dinners.
Pack it up and bring it with you. It's going to be something that you don't have to think about and take the guesswork about.
Yes.
So that's week 1. So we're going to start that tomorrow. Week 2. So 7 days from now, guys, you have 7 days. Get yourself to Hard Body Sports Nutrition.
Yes.
Order something online, but start supplementing with a protein shake. We mentioned Gus. Go check with Gus at Isogenics. But the whole thing is find a shake that you can start implementing for breakfast every single day and that mid-afternoon snack. Those are the 2 times that most people mess up or have a lot of carbs where they have that energy spike or a crash, just a little bit later. So eat a good healthy protein source. So a protein shake would be week 2. We got a minute left of video before it cuts us off. So what's the third step right here?
The third step is Greek to cheat.
So using Greek yogurt to cheat on your, instead of ice cream, instead of whatever, but finding Greek yogurt that you like. Now, what Greek yogurt should they choose? Does it matter?
Technically, Right now, find something that looks yummy. There's even stuff with toppings on top of it. You may turn around and see that there's a lot of sugar. It's still a better choice than ice cream. But what we do hope is that you get used to Greek yogurt, and down the road that you may try a sugar-free yogurt, or you buy a plain Greek yogurt and you add your own toppings at home. So
that's putting us under the gun. We got 30 seconds left of the video here, guys. So that's it. Start with the small things. Start with Greek yogurt and build up and build up and build up. So find your goal, find your one thing, and keep doing it consistently until you build it up. So again, your 4 steps, guys: nutrition, exercise, target body parts, and cardio. And your 3 steps starting next week is double up your dinners, protein shake starting next week.
And Greek to cheat.
Yes. We will see you guys in the upcoming weeks. Please ask questions below. We're happy to help. Woo, we did it.